everybody, welcome to Zelda Speedruns and welcome to the grand finals of the Wind Waker Randomizer Season 4 Challenge Cup. It's game number 4, as I said, so we're deep in this grand final. It might be the last game, it might not be. Advocate is 2-1 up, only needs one more game, Spytron needs 2. He'll see how it goes, but not before we play this trash seed, and I'm pretty sure our commentators will have a blast. It's Clarion and Mongol, and DJ Grapper and Tanjo are doing the tracking. Take it away, folks.
Oh god, it is time for another one of those Season 4 seeds. Is that one rolled by Teresco? I sure hope it is. How are you doing, Claire?
I'm doing quite well, Mom. Thank you. I hope you're well as well.
I think...
hopefully, pardon me. Hopefully, yeah, we'll have a spicy one, because depending how this goes, this could be the last, Season 4 tournament race that we have. Because the other bracket is over. So we'll see.
And to make it a little clearer, this is a best of 5 right now that is being played, so one of the runners needs to go up to 3 victories to win it all. But we could have an equalizer today, depending on what happens. So it should be interesting to see.
Yeah, and depending on how this one goes, the plan is to if we go to Game 5, it's going to happen right after this. So if you're looking for some hot Wind Waker content, we could have quite a lot of it here today.
Yeah, and we're about to start. About 6 seconds off. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0.
Let's get hype.
Yeah, and we're starting on Spectacle Island.
It makes the first move pretty simple. Go
Yeah.
probably straight to Northern. Oh, just kidding. I lied.
I mean, neither is a bad move, honestly. But
Ooh, did you see those dungeons?
oh no, I
Those
didn't.
are-
But oh, the spicy ones.
Yeah, the final 3.
Final 3,
could
4,
mean-
the grand finals.
That could mean a lot.
Yeah, and Spytron starting with the usual start, going to Windfall. Meanwhile, Advo pressing the advantage of starting on Spectacle and going to the Northern Fairy sub that is a little closer to Spectacle than it is to Windfall. So, just a little.
Yeah, depending on what depending on what's on Windfall, there might be a warp that is saved as well. If Advo
Yeah.
sails from Windfall to somewhere else that's not Northern. Because I
That's
imagine
true.
we'll see Spytron sail from Northern to somewhere else. It's like if you
Talking
get like
about
a bow, for example, Cyclos, things like that.
Yeah, and talking about Spytron getting some iron boots, and then I got a single statue.
Would you consider that it's a golden statue in the House of Wealth, so that's fitting, right?
I mean, they're accumulating wealth one way or another. So,
The goddess statue.
I mean, if they call it their goddess, it might be some sort of weird cult, but I'm not judging.
Yeah, who named that
I'm
one?
joining. It's
It
different.
makes makes me uncomfortable. No thanks.
Oh,
No
God.
thanks.
But we're gonna have some fun today. Tot is already dancing. I hope everyone else is dancing.
And I suppose with Wind Temple, iron boots or something. Ooh,
Yeah.
the stick.
Ooh, the small piece of the cheese. This is
The
not a
stick
bad
is
thing
like
to
a,
find.
a fan favorite, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it
do,
is
do
one of the
people
best
generally
ones.
have? It's the one that stands out the most, I think. So that's why
it-
it's like the favorite.
It is the one that before, when you get all the other ones, you're like, oh, it should be complete. You look at your inventory and you're like, oh,
There's a hole in the
the
middle.
tin one, the tin
Yeah.
one. Oh God.
It's true. If you're trying to count how many more you need based on the gap.
Mirror shield
Then-
nightingale.
Yeah. Ooh.
Not a
I
bad
guess
thing
we'll
to
see if
have.
that should generally mean that we're not double dipping angular.
Generally.
So now we need one of 2 items.
Can't wait to see either Leaf or Hookshot being so far that we actually end up double dipping it.
Or it's gonna be end up being one of those is on top of Angular and locked behind the other
Oh
cabin.
god. We're
I've
already
seen it
trying to
more
curse
often than I
the.
like.
Yeah, we're already trying to curse the runners right there. It's like-
I'm just trying to set expectations. And
yeah,
also kind of like, sending out a little prayer. I think, especially in these tournament matches, the more complicated the seed is, the more interesting. If you just have a straight jet seed, it's
it's
I
not
don't
as
know.
good.
Yeah, it's a bit iffy.
And we found a bottle at the end of the labyrinth, so Grandma might be a play.
Yeah, early outset's probably not looking too bad. And luckily for Spy, there was nothing specific on Windfall. I don't think Advocate will do anything but warp away, so they're gonna end up warping the same amount of time.
Yeah, it's gonna look very, very similar. Even if
Yeah.
they did the Northern Fairy Island in one way and another, so
Exactly. Yeah.
shouldn't
So
should
the only big difference is gonna end up being the sail time from Spectacle versus the sailing time from Windfall.
and then minor movement differences
Oh
might
yeah,
come
yeah.
up, but
For sure, for sure.
Advo inside of the labyrinth now. Gonna take that path that we all know and love.
See, everybody knows it now. That's what's kind of fun. I remember at the beginning of season 4, there was just like people were kind of like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. And
If I always go right, I'll end up somewhere.
yeah, like as long as you figure out to dodge the boards, you'll get there eventually. But now everybody knows that. A lot of people know like where the ghost ship is and stuff.
Yeah.
The
We,
season
we
4 knowledge, it's been beneficial.
we all adapted slowly to the season 4 stuff. And it might be the last seed we see it for a while, so
It's
gotta
true.
enjoy it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, where are we going? Advo warping to
Modern
Modern
Child.
Child.
It wouldn't surprise me if Spy does the same.
Yeah, I was about to say it should be about the same. And you see how close it is between those two right now. Area fairy on the first try. You can grab water sometime. Not the best. Just,
Ooh, both of them got the 20 rupees from Windfall, and now neither one of them needs that 20 rupees that they got.
I have a feeling that we will see a save grandma in not too long.
Likely not. In fact, they'll probably both be in Grandma's house, potentially at the same time.
Yeah, more important though, stealing Mez's stuff.
Yeah, right? Breaking into his house.
Apparently. What I love about I don't know if they're both gonna go for the roll clip, but what I love about that roll clip is that Mez is supposed to be sleeping during the day, but he's just not there. What is he doing?
It's a good question.
Yeah. Those are the questions that
Very good
season 4
question.
raised.
It's interesting. So we are actually seeing different outset routes.
Huh. I don't hate this. If you don't like doing the roll clip like Advo just did, saving grandma first and then changing the time of day can be a good way to route it.
Hey,
Ooh,
look
and
what we
Deku Leap.
found.
Wow.
That's a pretty
Mez,
early one.
Mez are just being amazing today. It's just,
Sphere Zero Leaf definitely sets the stage.
yeah. And Advo now going to buy that cabinet deed. A house for 20 rupees. I'd never say no.
Right? Oh no, you need another bag though too, so it's like half of a house.
Yeah, you need a bag to access your actual house, which is a little weird.
Don't think
But
about it too
yes,
much.
yeah. But never mind that. Both of our runners about to have saved grandma, so Spytron was the fastest grandchild, but Advo still doing it extremely fast.
Earth God's Lyric in the basement.
Not
And
gonna
save
lie,
warping out of the... Hmm.
that's gonna be nice to have. It's just, I know most of our runners don't need that thing, but it can be quite useful.
I think overall, I probably prefer Advo's route here on Outset, but I guess we'll see when they leave. It's a nice way of timing things out when two runners just do the same thing at the same time.
Yep, it's can't wait to see what Grandma has.
I'm gonna imagine that. Oh, grapple hook. Well done.
Grapple hook from Grandma. Wow.
I'm gonna imagine that Advo does golf, and I would think Spy also would do golf after this, with the leaf being where it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that, honestly. Well,
And then
doing golf might be another thing because, you know, lots of our runners like to not do the golf part of golf.
well, okay, fair enough. I'm gonna place a hard prediction on Advo goes to Horseshoe, stores the chest, and does Diamond Step Really using chest storage. That's gonna be my prediction.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see that, honestly.
I don't know if Spy goes for the chest storage Diamond Step Really or not. We still might see a Diamond Step Really from Spy though, regardless.
Yeah, there's many ways to do it. If you don't have a chest, there's always the Season 3 way of doing things, okay? Just jumping in the middle of the whirlpool with the octo in it, making it
true.
up, and when you're diving your way inside. And I think the trouble with this roll clip, but this roll clip is deceptively precise, as I like to call it.
Yeah, you've got your one frame timing on roll clip, plus a very specific angle that clips you out but doesn't hit you into the loading zone.
You need to thread the needle on that one.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. That roll clip is way easier in the actual SD version of the game with those rolls.
That
but
is
because we have
surprising.
like the HD version of the rolls, it's harder because you get a jump after you do it.
Yeah. And Advo going out of Jaboon's cave, and he's gonna swim to the middle
Yeah,
of the
steering the
whirlpool.
void. Let's go. I love it.
That's gonna put him on the boat a little closer to Horseshoe Island. So
I think we're getting a race.
yeah, they're both pretty much at the same place.
Yeah, I mean, and that might even just come down to Advo had some trouble with the roll clip, and Spy got to skip the Mesa roll clip because of changing the time of day. Spy is getting the salvage core first. Advo is not. I assume Advo will probably end up getting them, but might forget. I've done it before.
It's one of those items
If they
where
have something, it could be a big deal. Okay, it's not gonna matter.
Well, it's not gonna matter yet.
True, true. In the short term, it's not gonna matter, and by that point, I don't think like Advo will pick it up from paw print or wherever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the paw print play at some point because we may not have bombs or power bracelets, but we do have a full kit to cheese the island. So
yeah, so we're playing golf on the third hole. We're gonna go ahead and store using
just a little bit of golf. Changing the wind direction to make it easier to get the chest.
Ooh, Spy missing the ledge grab. Shoot.
Yep. That is a shame.
It feels so bad when that happens.
It says you're swimming with the pea hats, and that's never fun.
Oh, did Spy change what button he had leaf equipped to just now? It might have been on like a weird button.
Yeah, sometimes they're not exactly on the button that you always use. And
I can't use certain buttons if they're not on the button that I usually have them on. It destroys my brain.
I have the same problem. Like one time, I had a really bad puppet Ganon, and then I realized, oh, my bow is on X instead of Y.
Yeah, it's fascinating how that makes such a difference. Uh oh, Spy's wind is gonna make this trickier. Yeah. Nice, got the grab.
Not changing the wind there can be a very nice leaf pumping practice for the beginning of the seed.
Yeah, that's the problem. Early leaf in season 4 is like, okay, get ready, you're gonna have to leaf pump all the frickin' subs.
Oh, and Spytron not going for the Diamond Step Early play, decides to stay a little more logic.
I guess we'll see. First divergence. Well, first main divergence.
Yeah, the other ones were small divergences of the same checks done differently, but this one is a bigger one.
Yeah. I mean, they already have leaf and grapple, so like 2 of the bigger items.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like, there's not too much here that would be really bad for Spy.
I can't. It doesn't make that much of a difference, basically.
Yeah.
But doing
A
the wind shrine and
bow,
then
a bow or bombs would probably be, I think, worst case because of some of like the Dragon Rouge Island checks and things,
yeah,
as well as Pop Rant.
and
But apart
meanwhile
from that,
Spytron doing the wind shrine, and then adding to the flight control platform sub. We don't have anything to kill the Wizrobe, so we're gonna have to bank on those leaf bombs.
yeah, he might even have to save warp now because his magic is kind of low. Oh, hey, look, it's a bow.
Had to talk about the bow, huh? And Spytron just a
Oh wait, we
little
have
low
soup.
there.
I forgot
We
we
do
have
have
soup.
soup, yeah.
I think Spy also forgot that he had soup.
It was about to save, and then it was like, hey, what's above that save button? Just-
I was almost ready for the other chest to be bombs, and I was gonna feel really sorry for Spy.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
already
unfortunately a bow. A bow's not like the best item that
Yeah,
Adva maybe could have gotten. Oh, I don't know, actually. Bow's pretty good.
And Advil's setting up for a super swim, so if you're photosensitive, please look away. We will tell you when you can look again. So, but yeah, finding a bow there is pretty interesting though, because logically that bow is behind the oak shot, so it's a good thing to keep a note.
Yeah. With Wind Temple and logic, it becomes especially important to try to keep track of information that you can get about the hook shot. But
Yeah, and
and I was gonna warn about looking away from Advocate's side, but I don't know, like
yeah,
the
I think we
stream went
lost him.
down for me, so you don't have to worry about it.
We lost him, and I'm looking at the race room, and apparently, yep, his stream went down. So let's look at Spytron for a while.
Yeah, pretty much. We're here at Forest Haven. Looks like Spy is just specifically wanting to knock out as many subs as possible.
Not a bad idea when you have that leaf early in the seed, because leaf.
Yeah, they're not gonna get any faster than they.
Yeah.
Assuming you get the leaf pumps, they're not gonna get any faster.
The only one that can be just maybe a little faster is the mini sub with the fire and ice arrows, but
Oh,
even
true.
then it's pretty much the same. So it's not getting much faster, as we said.
Yeah. So it becomes a game of like how can you route them in with other things. Looks like Spy is going for the save in the cliff plat quadrant, and then if this is gonna be nothing, we're gonna scum over to there.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see that. It is one of those strats that he talks a lot about.
I'm still kind of iffy on it, but I know a lot of people like it, so.
I'm also a little iffy on it because I always forget about how to do it.
I just find that you end up going to Forest Haven so often that it's not so bad to go back like on a different trip.
And we're missing just a little bit of magic to get there. Oh god.
And this is unfortunate without any weapons. Like if I do the sub and I have a sword, if I fail it, I'll just kill the guys. I don't even usually retry.
Oh yeah, I'm exactly the same. It's one try and then I turn violent, you know? This is...
Yeah. It's just, especially when you're all the way down at the end. Ooh, lost a bit of height on that one last pump. Ooh.
Leaf pumps are deceptively hard. It's one of those tricks that it just looks like you're pressing the leaf button, but no, you're canceling and then reopening the leaf really quick. So sometimes you don't do it quick enough.
All about preserving as much height as possible. There we go. That's a ledge grab.
I'm only violent against pixels in the game.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's true. And we'll reset. Perfect. Now like people get to see. If they didn't know what I meant when I did my tiny, tiny little explanation. So now Spy is going to be kind of close to Cliff Plateau.
It's an interesting one. Not sure I'm completely sold on that strat, but it is something that does work. Pixels in the game is different. It's different, Icicle.
Yeah. Ooh, not leafing across. You can do a diagonal. It's kind of cool.
The little leafing across strat is always interesting to see, but let's go for some storage.
I think this is the first storage we've seen in the run so far.
Yeah.
This is the audience participation part, kind of.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean our trackers are usually really kind of on the ball, but we're not going to know what's in this chest when it gets opened, so keep your eyes peeled.
And when we go outside, there might be a nice little check. Yeah, using the grapple to kill those guys.
Didn't actually end up taking damage, so we're not going to know if it's a heart piece.
And Koala bringing us back and saying that we saw Advo store an or shoe.
Oh, that's true,
you're
we
right.
totally did.
Yeah.
Look, I struggle with object permanence, and like the stream's not there, so I forgot.
It's even worse than object permanence because we never saw the object.
It's true.
Not like it disappeared. It was never there. Another nice storage. This one is really, really tight. Like, you gotta cancel pretty much as soon as it starts.
Yeah, looks like Spy is in the camp of doing storage there even with the grapple. That grapple clip is awkward. I don't know.
Yeah. Talking about the grapple,
I
though.
tend to go for the same.
Yeah.
Well,
we have
it's
a few
not
options
a
to make
sword,
it up
it's
the
not
ledge.
double magic, and it seems like it's not go ship chart.
I don't think it's rupees either. Otherwise, we will have 4 numbers. And also the rupee will be blue, but that cube
No,
doesn't help me.
The wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going for the leaf strat here. Well done, well done. You're not very... if you don't really like the leaf strat there, if you have the grapple like we have today, you could always use that to grapple the peg.
Yeah, you could do like half vanilla strats.
Yeah.
Let's do like van strats. I don't know. What's half of vanilla?
Alpha vanilla? It's a good question. Artificial vanilla extract strats.
Gotcha. Artificial strats.
Yeah. The vanilla started to climb the ledge normally and use a bird. Vanilla!
No, okay, it just feels vanilla because
Yeah.
you're hooking on the ledge and you're using... Okay, maybe it's not that vanilla at all, actually, because yeah, that peg is to get up to the top and not into the thing. Well, you know, whatever.
Let's just call it the cheating without being actually... Without going actually through walls or something. Strats. I don't know. No idea what the Spy stored, and now Spy seems to be using
Doing
the
the
wind.
Forest Haven checks. Okay, so now this is interesting to me. Also, Spy is probably going to have some... Oh, we have the grapple, so never mind, we'll be fine. Spy doesn't have any way of cutting down the grass. So we're going to be out of magic with no way of recouping.
Well, we still have the soup. Just
That's
chilling.
right, we still have soup. I keep forgetting about the soup. Oh my gosh.
Sounds like you
Ignore
need
me.
more soup in your diet. Oh,
Look,
God.
I've been playing Sporelog, okay. Soup is not as commonplace.
It is not, but we're
in
in
those
season
runs.
4. It's
It's
still
true. You're
super
right. I gotta
common.
get back. Keep this still season 4. Gotta keep the season 4 mindset.
Yeah.
It's on me, 100%.
Soup and a soup command to remember it by, you know?
Oh,
Hey,
nice
that's a
joy
joy pendant.
pendant.
I mean,
But yeah,
there's a
I think
joy
it's
pendant-
interesting though that Spy is
ahead.
doing this after, like, we don't have any other items that we didn't have the first time we were here.
Yeah, this is kind of surprising. I'll be
So,
honest.
yeah, I could have just done this the first visit. I don't, not that it really matters. I guess nothing. Well, no, if one of these is a sword or something, that would have sped up the 5-star sub. And then you save warp off the island, which means that then if you sailed down to 5-star sub and it was nothing, then you could just use the save from Forest Haven. I don't know. Lots of like
Yeah.
little things like that to try to think about.
There's a
when running.
lot going in.
Oh my god, there you go.
And there's your sword.
It coulda mattered. That would have been
I w-
kind of nice.
Not, it's always nice to have to kill Bokobabas using a leaf mixed with the grapple.
Yeah. But hey, it's just how it goes.
Yeah. You never know where anything is. It is pretty much why we call it the randomizer. Like we never know what's where. So
That's true. It's very true. Bam. Now it also wouldn't surprise me if we see Spy store top of Angular and take it to Headstone. I think he almost always does that.
Yeah.
Given the opportunity. And we have the leaf so we can get up on top of Headstone.
it's stone.
Oh.
It's quite the trek to get there, but it could have something. And if it does, we know the bait bag is useful.
And then if Spy goes for a super swim, we can find out if Adva's internet died or if the Wind Waker gods just decided that super swimming is not allowed today.
Might be both.
Because it was
honestly.
right as he was about to start charging it. And then just like, yoink. We're actually
The Wind
climbing up
Waker
a
gods.
pretty big way here, so maybe we're not going to store this over to Headstone. Or just kidding. Okay, so you can leaf across that gap from the very bottom, which he may have just
Yeah.
realized with the crouch spam there. It's like, wait a second.
I think he's not happy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's he's 100% he's going to store the top of the island.
Yeah, and he's doing that new
Ooh, too hard,
strat.
right? Nope. Good.
PP strat, the compensation strat, the hard strat, whatever you call it.
A strap by many different names.
Yeah, it really does.
Hey, Mir Sheldworth? Oh, hey, now we have a house, officially.
Yeah, we now have access to our own house that we bought for 20
Officially.
rupees.
Strap.
The chat is going all about Hawaiian pizza. What a day.
Are you not entertained?
Fun fact about the Hawaiian pizza, actually an invention from Ontario. Surprisingly.
It's not surprising in some ways. Uh-oh, we still on the blue chew. That could be a problem. Oh, we have the leaf. I think you can stun him with the leaf.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to do it.
Well, just
Once
as
you get
long
that
as Spy
storage.
doesn't get shocked off the frickin' top of here. But also, if you get shocked while you have storage, there's a cutscene associated with it, and it'll take your storage away. So we have to be very careful here.
Oh, he's going for the super swim strat.
Yeah, I figure probably.
Yep. So if you're photo sensitive, please look away because Spytron is about to either crash or, you know, spin around really fast.
Yeah, we'll let you know when it stops flashing.
Apparently it wasn't the Wind gods that just took away Advo's stream for super swimming.
Yeah, looking like it's probably the more classic internet service provider situation. Not necessarily.
ISPs.
Hopefully it's not like a power thing.
It could be a power thing.
I'm hoping not, because at least then he can be local recording.
Not a lot of speed left, but
A
we're
lot of
making
speed,
it.
but we got there, yeah. So if
Yeah.
if you looked away, you can look back. The swim's done.
There we go, changing the wind direction. So we can leave to a place where we can start climbing the island.
So we'll see. There's definitely been seeds. There was one recently where skipping the bait bag was a pretty big deal. Just like in a casual race, but
Yeah.
that's not the case
Almost
every
pick it up.
time. Yeah, I got a little worried there. It's fine though, we're good, you know?
And on the top there is
Green gods, command?
It's
Command,
command.
okay.
That is actually useful.
That could be a big deal. That was the one that you want to see if you're skipping the bait bag. Command melody is hard required because of Wind Temple, so no matter what you can do, there's no getting around it. Not like the best thing, but
Yeah. I think Advo just deleted an item.
wait, Advo?
No, not Advo, Spy. Sorry.
No, no, he didn't. There's blasphemy being spread in the chat. Yeah, if you once you leave the quadrant from the chest that you've stored,
Yeah. I just like to, you know, actually make people believe it for a minute. The quadrants. Important people.
actually, speaking of, did he get a heart piece? He's got 4 hearts now. Did he have that before? I'm not sure. He did? Okay.
Stored a hard piece, probably.
Look, I'm paying attention. Like I
Also,
said, storage is just chat interaction.
also,
Making sure everyone's paying attention, looking for the little details.
also, I see some people say that Euro Sword for Rat Sub. Euro Sword is actually not that bad in Rat Sub. It's so short that you don't actually hit the bombs. It's so good.
Yeah, and a lot of people say they prefer it. Really, in the end, though, I hope I have boomerang because that's where it becomes therapeutic. Just like
Yeah.
whack, 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 whack. Just chucking the boomerang.
You'd rather use the skull hammer? What the hell? I'm afraid for you.
Alright, looking like we're thinking about Crescent and Paw Print.
Yeah, not a bad plan, honestly. We can full clear both. One with a little more, a little more playing around the rules than the other.
Yeah, so this is where, though, having that bow out of logic, like we saw Advo get, could have been nice, because then Spy could have finished up DRI into this and that. But knowing that he couldn't do anything left at DRI, well, unless he wanted to fly across the standard way, or fly around the island the standard way, which you don't want to do because it's slow.
And Thor's
Thor's
Pearl.
Pearl.
The most useful of the pearls.
Yeah, the only one we care about the seed.
I mean, I always care about Komoli's father. I'm hoping that one day I'll read the mail and he will have an actual name. But it hasn't happened yet.
Imagine if he had a name in the strategy guide the whole time.
I checked, he doesn't. He's called the Chieftain there.
I figured he would have checked, though, yeah? Like, if anybody's gonna know, it's gonna be Mont.
He's called the Rito Chieftain, I think.
Maybe that's just his name. Maybe the parents were just that confident.
Oh god, that would
or
be
it could be like a monarchy situation, so
I
he
think
was just always going to be chieftain no matter what, so they just named him chieftain ahead of time.
it might also just be that his real name is Komoli's father, and then he was like, okay, gotta have a son called Komoli, so it makes sense now.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. I'm like, all right, well, we gotta find somebody, gotta have a kid, better be a boy.
Better call him Komali, better not forget.
I guess, or I guess you just, regardless, it's just gonna be Kamali no matter what.
Better not forget on the first one, because otherwise I'm gonna need a second son called Komali.
Yeah.
Ah, boy.
You know, some people are just looking for a destiny.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta create your own destiny.
Yeah. Or apparently your parents do.
Yeah.
In the weirdest way possible.
Komali's dad is my dad's name. Oh, Tanjo, we're learning a lot about you today.
It's true. Dang. Can't believe it. It was an alias this whole time.
Yeah.
Do you hear another one?
And power bracelets in
Oh,
the mail.
wow.
That is absolutely
Clutch.
too good.
Clutch. He could
That's
have
gonna
full
make
cleared
this
anyways, but that's gonna be a lot faster.
gonna make it a lot more easier too. So
Yeah. Yeah, faster and easier to do it
that,
with the power bracelets.
that's such a good mix. Faster, easier, like more easier. It's even more than easy, you know.
Yeah.
Faster. Yep. Oh, double magic.
All magic.
Not
We take
the most
those.
required things, but always nice to see. Another,
And
another
there's the
tingle
last
statue.
one.
Yeah, yeah. We now have like all five pieces of the unstoppable Tingolia, so pretty good.
You can just automatically win.
Yeah,
Just make a
it obliterates Ganon.
make a seed that just has 3 copies of 5 tingle statues and pots of greed, and then you're golden.
That sounds like my kind of seed.
Obliterate.
And what's there? It's a piece of cheese.
I guess unless you wanted a grapple skip, then I'm gonna say grandma definitely required.
Yep, Grandma, back in action.
Ooh,
Nice.
Skullhammer.
That's actually nice.
We're one sword off of being able to comfortably clear Forsaken Fortress minus bombs. But not having bombs don't exactly stop you in Forsaken Fortress. But that was a
This is
stacked paw print.
yeah, that was one hell of a pop print, honestly. Like just a lot of stuff in there. And we're about to see Ankle. I have a theory about Ankle. Like Ankle, there's 2 Ankles. It's a subtle nod to the fact that his name is Ankle. It's pretty intense, you know.
Dang, you just blew my mind. I can't believe Ankle has ankles.
Yeah, it's something that not a lot of people know, but according to the strategy guide, he does. So.
According to this strategy.
Hey,
Yo, hey, speaking of missing a sword. Hey, we
yeah,
found one.
there we go.
So
Another
that
one.
could be... That could be an out of logic Forsaken Fortress.
Yeah, we could be seeing that, honestly. Because
Oh, going down to the reef. The sub.
Interesting. Whenever I do that strat, I always go for the wrong reef somehow.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
one
because there's
next to
2
the
right
other.
next to each other. It's
Yeah.
like great. Honestly, the fact that those 2 are like straight next to each other, it just makes them feel even more like filler. Like, I don't know, what do we put here? Put one of those reefs, and then later on they're like, crap, we have one more of these freaking reefs. We decided there's gonna be 6. Where do we put it? Only open spots next to another one. Ah, who cares? Just put them next to each other.
Imagine if
They don't
I
even look like
imagine-
any reef I've ever seen, anyways, so it's fine.
I just imagine that during development, like they put them all in the same corner at the beginning, and they were they gotta shuffle this a little.
I think they designed all the islands and then just ran a randomizer program to assign their locations.
I can't wait for the day where this is possible for us.
For us, jeez. It would destroy my everything.
Oh yeah, I would be so confused.
And these 3 pumps have not been Spy's friend today. Luckily you have the Master Sword, so you can just dispatch of that first moblin pretty quickly.
Yeah, and then take his spear, because whoever is doing weapons for the moblins, amazing guy. Same strength as the Master Sword, more reach.
Now imagine if Suit Buff worked on a spear.
Imagine.
That would be the creme de la creme. No,
Bro. So there's
Not
not a big
really worth
useless tower near where there's gonna be the warp to Hyrule. Just a big tower.
I'm trying to think, like, now, I mean, the one thing you miss out on if you do Forsaken Fortress now is if Phantom Ganon is required, storing him up to Helmrock kind of blows. But is that better or worse than one-offing the, Oh no, we have the Cabana Deed, never mind. I forget them, like, wait, like, you can't do Cabana, we don't have the hook shot to break in. Oh, we just,
Yeah,
we
it's
own the
super
joint.
easy to break in when you don't have to.
Yeah, when you just get to freaking hit him with the papers, please. Show
Oh
the
yeah,
documents.
we're gonna be able to talk one of my favorite NPCs, the Doorman, today. It's pretty good.
Norman the Doorman.
Norman the Doorman, yeah.
I don't think that's his name, but it could be.
Honestly, I don't even
Imagine.
think he has one. Might
He
have
might not. He
to.
probably doesn't.
I might have to crack open the strategy guide right now.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
It's
Imagine.
not too far, so I'll be right back.
Are we gonna go in first and then do waterfall after? Nope, just showing. Just taking care of the papers, please, first. Hey, another letter.
More letters.
We're
I love
getting,
letters.
getting maximum use out of the delivery bag on this island right now. It'd be kind of funny if this was hookshot.
That would be pretty amazing, honestly.
It's just like... I could see it happen. I'm not checking it right now.
It's looking dire for Norman the Doorman because he doesn't have a figurine, so his name is not
Ooh.
listed there. It's kind of like
Not
the
even
Beamos.
important enough for a figurine.
Well, who knows? Maybe he's in the walkthrough part. I'll check that real quick.
It's just so strange. Like, I wonder... I don't know. They just decided that there's gonna be somebody who's just Han Solo'd into a wooden door.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
you know,
understand how
I feel
he
like
works.
she could, instead of giving you the deed, she could give you, like, a key, and then you just unlock the door. But no, it's... Show the deed of the house to the guy who's physically, like, fused with the door magically. Also, nice bow. That's
Oh my
pretty
god,
sweet.
that's a good bow. Also, I think they really played Norman the Doorman poorly in this guy because you have a picture of Link getting the cabinet deed, and then a picture of him grappling the thing inside of the house.
And nothing in between.
Yep, they just skipped him completely.
Unlucky.
I am
Also,
sorry
I'm
to
pretty sure
announce.
Grandma had the grappling hook,
Yeah,
right?
Grandma had the grappling hook.
Not the Cabana Deed. Cabana Deed was on Beetle.
Yeah, Beetle
Had the
was
Peach
selling a
in
house for
chat.
20 rupees.
Yeah. Stonks.
I mean, if he got it for free, he still made like 20 rupees out of a house. So
It's very, maybe what he did is he actually gave one joy pendant. Actually, no, isn't it? It's 10 joy pendants. What, 20? I don't know. Well,
I
actually,
think
the
it's
Cabana Deed 20. It's a 20 joy pendant. Yeah.
pretty sure it's the one for for the house is 20 21 20. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, yeah, because the speedruns farms in Dragon Roost Cavern.
Yeah, but Goldquiver, is your guide the official Nintendo guide?
The snarky door butler. I like that though.
And that is not a bad one, but
It's
Nintendo.
accurate. He is snarky. It's an accurate description.
Yeah. Oh, an ice crest. Let's go see Orc.
Sweet belt. Bomb Island. Next on the agenda. Spy, better check the mail here. I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm starting to want to see what the mail has.
I'd argue that we should have checked it at Cabana, personally. But I don't know. Suppose
I
it's
mean,
not that.
if we check it here and it's something good, it might make Bomb Island even better. So
It's gonna be
why
the
not?
hook shot, and then that would be the big deal. Okay.
Thank you, Bashiko, for the maybe.
Well, the wall will have the hook shot, and then he could have had the hook shot for inside Bomb Island, but no.
Yeah. Not even
Unlucky.
checking the mail chain.
To be fair, the wallet mail could have Ghost Ship, and
It would.
now it's like maybe it's iffy, but no, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, let's see. So the inside of Bomb Island.
Yeah, let's see a nice clean Bomb Island here. We have the Master Sword. That's one of the things that makes this a lot easier. I
No,
find
no
that
need
you
to
just
jump
don't
slash.
even bother targeting half the time.
Yeah.
You just poke them.
Poke him in the eye. Also, if you don't have anything else, the hammer works surprisingly well. just jump slash them in the eye. It's weird.
Kind of unfortunate that you get the hammer when you do.
Yeah.
Because at that point you already have the Master Sword, and this often doesn't feel like much of a point to using it. I do not understand that side. I've told Spy
Yeah.
this before. I don't get it.
I don't understand why he does it, but
If it makes him feel comfortable,
yeah,
fair enough.
the strat that works for you is the good strat.
exactly. Exactly.
It feels like a strange reason not to learn how to actually turn, but why not? Some nice throws though.
Those, I was gonna say both of those throws look really good. That was clean.
Yeah,
That's what you want to see with Bomb Island. Easy, no problem. A lot of
And to
people
answer
hate
a question, Magic and Use,
light
we
ring
don't
chart.
even know. We do not know.
it. Yeah, we're still not sure what's going on with Advo.
Yeah, we're kind of just vibing, watching Spy play.
Hoping that Advo is local recording.
Yep.
All right, wallet mail. If this is the hook shot, imagine.
That's gonna be hilarious. Come on, what's in there? It's a big bag.
Not not nothing.
That's something. You know,
Big Pig has been activated.
Big Pig has been activated, and I'm never against going to see Big Pig. So, oh, Forsaken Fortress time.
Doing it without the bombs.
Yeah, gonna.
There's a
just,
decent chance at this point that bombs are gonna be in one of the dungeons.
Just gonna park
In one of the
yourself.
other dungeons.
Yep. Just gonna park yourself in front of the place and hope that they shoot the barrier for you.
Because currently, both some of Wind Temple and some of Earth Temple are open. But neither one of them is that desirable at the moment. So even though this is like out of logic, quote unquote.
Out of logic.
It's
my favorite.
Yeah. So this is where you cross your fingers and just hope that Phantom Ganon's not required. Because then you feel bad about not being able to store that chest up to Helmrock.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, we could always do the nice little leaf strat.
Yeah, I would probably just plan on doing the leaf strat straight away.
Yeah.
Regardless of what's actually in Phantom Ganon, and then you just do him afterwards if you need to. It just always feels slightly bad to lose out on the opportunity to walk up the whole freaking fortress and
Oh, yeah,
skip
it's
all the nonsense.
It is very fast, but the backup leaf strat also not bad at all. So
Exactly, yeah.
it's when you go here without a leaf or a hook shot that now that gets a little sketchy.
Ooh, Wind Gods is in here.
Hey,
That gives us the
One
tiniest amount of information about bombs.
yeah, just a shred.
Yeah, pretty much. Not much.
For the people that don't
Compass.
know, that song unlocks exactly one check, and that's only if you want to follow the logic.
Yeah. Well, technically, too, Mulgara's technically
Yeah.
locked behind it as well, but we already know what Mulgara has, so it doesn't
the
really
skip-
feel like it.
The skip
Also, the
is
skip is like,
just sidling behind a wall,
yeah,
and it
literally
wasn't
anyone to do it.
it wasn't even fixed in HD. It's amazing.
No, it wasn't. Also, RIP, Phantom required.
Yep, Phantom Ganon required. So Phantom Ganon's gonna have more than a cameo today.
Looking like Spy might want to dispatch him right away, so
Yeah, looks like it.
may end up going for storage on the staircase.
Might. It is possible.
It is possible. I personally hate it because it sucks.
It is not fun, but it is possible.
Like, the storage spot itself is not that bad. It's not like an awkward height or anything. Well, it's a little bit taller than some others, but it's really not like too crazy. It's the fact that you're being swarmed by mini blends constantly.
Yeah.
Who, like, they make it their life goal to only try to screw you up.
If you kill them for like about half an hour, I think the game gives up.
Is that true?
I mean, I
It has like a spawn limit?
when I tried it, I killed a bunch of them, and at some time there weren't any miniblins left, but maybe that was just luck or something. But
Yeah, maybe where
no-
it was like wanting to spawn them was on camera, so it had to wait until you turned it. Stuff like that. Hard to say.
not a fast strat.
No, hopefully Spy can knock this out quickly.
Yeah, he's going for this. Oh, not quite. Killing the miniblins.
Yeah, because
It
sometimes
gives you
don't
like
even
half a
get like,
second.
yeah, it's like you can get like one opportunity, but sometimes not even a full opportunity before you have to kill the next wave of guys. It's just so bad.
It is. If you want a description of what Purgatory looks like, it might be this. Hey, there we go.
Nice, that wasn't too bad. Because the other problem as well is if you land and have your storage, if one of them pokes you before you cancel the Wind Waker the second time, you don't actually get storage.
Yep. And to answer the questions in chat, Advo crashed at some point, and we don't really know what is happening. So
Yeah,
we don't
specifically
have an
his
answer.
stream,
Yep.
not his game. So we're not sure.
Apparently.
We're assuming he's still continuing onwards. But I think race moderators are having trouble getting into contact with him.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what we got. Definitely didn't
Money.
get a sword. Definitely didn't get a heart piece.
I think it's money,
Maybe.
honestly.
I would say maybe money.
Yeah. An orange rupee, according to
Orange
chat.
rope.
And it's 100 rupees, pretty good. We could even get the tingle mail if we wanted to.
It's true. Get the bonus letter.
Yeah, why not?
Could have something good. You never know.
It might be the last time we play Season 4 for a while. Might as well play it all the way.
I always wanted to like get one of those bonus checks and have it be something like a bottle, randomly.
I forgot that Spy's gonna go for is setup less setup. Whatever that is. I don't understand why it's a setup if it's setup less though.
Just run down the ramp. I find you can run down the ramp and then just neutral roll in the spot that people ledge cling, and then just do the mid-air slash, and you end up right where you want to be.
I still use my Season 2 setup of backflipping until I'm in the pot, and then side hopping twice, and then rolling forward.
Spy's climbing up to the top. Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know, but it might work.
Was that just like,
It's just for flair, I think.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand it.
Bird came down, so
But
good
if
on
it
that
works,
front.
it works.
if it works, it works. It feels like as soon as you start messing with this fight, though, if the bird behaves, it's a little bit more lucky.
If you... Honestly, even when you don't mess with the fight, it still can mess you up, so...
Yeah, it still feels lucky when it works.
I've seen some really weird stuff work for this fight. Like back in season... I think it was in season 3, one of the runners just... He forgot to move after making it down. And... I think he leafed like about 17 times before going completely down, and it still worked. So...
Yeah, I don't know. It just be that way sometimes.
That bird is something.
Yeah, I find if you do kind of like a standard setup and orient yourself, like position yourself in basically the same place and have the camera positioned in the same way, the bird's behavior is pretty consistent.
Yeah, and whatever is your setup, it's still a cutscene that you have to watch through. So even if it takes a while to do it, if it works for you, why not? It's always going to be as long.
Exactly.
It's
You're
pretty much
basically in like a pseudo auto scroller.
Yeah.
Well, no, you kind of are.
Is the reasoning behind the reason why I haven't learned the newer setup that everyone uses. Just like it's just as long as mine. Let's go. Buying some bait. Getting closer to Big Pig.
Ooh, I don't know about not bringing the boat over here. I won't lie.
I don't know about it, but why not?
Especially with the leaf, because then you probably want to do take the boat to the back of the island.
Yeah, time for our first try storage.
Yeah, that was solid. Oh, okay, we're gonna go do this method then.
Yeah, doing the Wind Waker dive method. To go through the island instead of around the island.
Because who wants to do the vanilla strats? Not me. I think I've done this vanilla like twice in my life.
Ah, vanilla strats.
But then even if you do it vanilla, you can kind of like skip from like the second little stop platform straight to the end. I'm pretty sure you can kind of cut out like the third one completely.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you're right about that. Not the most well-designed puzzle in the world, but when we walk on walls, it's even better.
I agree. Definitely agree. Looks like we're gonna look into pop in the beetle to get the boat over.
We put ourselves even closer to the boat.
Yeah, that works.
And you even have a transition, so you like get your item also, which is good.
I guess a real like galaxy brain thing would have been do that, pop in the boat, get the bait then instead of getting it earlier.
Could have been a way to do it,
like,
honestly.
Getting it afterwards.
And I
like this grabbing the ghost ship now because it's only gonna get more annoying to get to.
Yeah, when you see that spectacle, it's as close as it's gonna get for a while.
Yeah, 5-star next, freaking star belt after that. Unless we really wanted to try to push it all the way to Great Fish.
What's amazing about the one at Starbelt is that Starbelt is already far, but it's after the island. Like it's even farther from there.
It's pretty brutal, yeah. It'd be one thing if you were coming from Thorn, then you'd be like, awesome. But not in Season 4, you're not coming from Thorn.
Yeah, we're kind of just vibing. We don't know what's happening right now.
Oh,
Golden
nice.
Feather. If we get a few more, we could go talk to Osket. Wow.
We have gotten a number of them. It's true.
If we get the spoils bag, we gotta go for Osket. Save his marriage. Yeah, chat is definitely ahead today.
The viewers are
Cyclos.
the winners.
Not a bad way to route it. Cyclos from Spectacle on Mother and Child.
Yeah, dig.
I don't hate it. So it's a frog. So I will now proceed to use frog emotes. Because that's what I do. I kind of wish it didn't program Zephos out, you know? It was a cutscene, but it was a frog too.
He admittedly doesn't even talk for that long.
No, he doesn't.
It's still probably for the best.
He just pops in and says like, "Hey, do you know that my brother, Cyclos, is a fan of vandalism?" And then he goes away.
It's like, did you know my brother Cyclist is kind of an ass?
I
Yo,
said,
bow locked bow.
Bowlock Bow, and
Now that's a
we now know
classic.
where the light arrows are gonna be for Spytron.
Yeah, so if hookshot is fire ice locked, we now will know that
Yeah.
that bow that we saw Advo get before the stream went down was actually logical light arrows the whole time.
That's pretty interesting right now what's going on.
And that could definitely end up happening.
Yep, I
There's
can see it.
Still no
Honestly.
sign of the hook shot, but you know, a dungeon and most of another dungeon are open to us.
Yeah, we're still
So
looking
it
for
could
those
just
bombs.
as easily be in one of those. It's true, we are still looking for bombs. I feel like bombs are going to be in Wind Temple, the classic.
Oh
It's going to be
boy.
like top of frickin' hub room in the Wind Temple.
Hookshot is in Termina on the moon in a dark room. That's gonna be hard to find. Oh god.
Okay, when are we getting the you know, there's the Super Metroid Link to the Past combo randomizer. When are we gonna get like Wind Waker, Twilight Princess combo randomizer? Because aren't those both made in the same engine?
Yeah, but I think the answer is whenever TP gets an actual logic.
That's also fair. It's also very fair. And I like that I say that assuming it's, you know, even easy at all to do, which it's not probably.
It probably isn't. I mean,
No,
the
hard
opposite
bet we're gonna go do Great Fish Islet Needle. And
wouldn't
then
be
Diamond
surprised about
Step.
that at all. It is a fairly huge concentration of checks right now, and apparently we're wrong.
Fire Mountain first.
Yeah, Fire Mountain.
You know, actually, that probably makes a bit more sense. You're not gonna get anything at those other locations that's gonna speed up Fire Mountain, but you could get something at Fire Mountain that would speed up all those.
And Ice Cold, flight control platform has been long dead for Spytron. So.
It's true. That was one of like the first things that we actually saw.
Ah boy, there we go. Fire Mountain time. How long would it take to climb up to the top? I was about to say, where's Claire? Ah, she's posted.
Don't worry, got a wrap. I thought it was pretty funny. I couldn't catch most of the grand finals for Wurfer and Jay, and I just happened to tune in like right as someone was on Fire Mountain, of course.
I mean, when you hate the place just kind of wants to get you back, you know?
You just sense a disturbance in the
in the code or something.
in the code, yeah. Exactly.
And
I
there
could
we
feel
go.
my sins crawling down my back. It's probably because Woofer was playing Sands.
Oh god. Hey, I think that's the right place to open the chest from the top. That's gonna be cute. And nope.
Oh
Our
wow, totally
container.
worth doing. Oh my god.
I love our containers.
No, you
though.
gotta. If it's a temple seed, you basically just full clear the overworld before you
Yeah.
enter either one. It's just what you do.
Especially right now, because like we kind of have pretty much
You
ways
have
of
basically
clearing
everything that
everything.
you need to do it. Yeah, exactly.
We could see bombs on Bait Pig. It's still possible.
Yeah, so picking up if Spy goes to Diamond Step after doing all this and gets the light arrows, then like Big Pig into doing Earth Temple is not like, it's more understandable. I think
Yeah.
doing Earth Temple a bit, quote unquote, like ahead of time, having light arrows is nice.
It definitely
But
is.
a lot of times people go Wind Temple first because you're just looking for a small key for that anyways.
Yeah,
And we
he's
are still
probably
looking for the
waiting
hook shot.
for the oak shot for Wind Temple, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yo.
Trevor,
Let's go.
look at that. That's a lot of money right there.
We actually had the wallet space for it.
Yeah.
It doesn't always happen.
Trevor's coming on an adventure with us.
Well, and that's been in Logic for so long.
It has
It could have
been.
so easily gotten voided into nothing.
Yeah.
Just casually drop 500 rupees right on the ground. You open this up and go, this is worthless.
Well,
Dump it.
at least you freed Trevor from his prison, you know? So
It gets to be free range.
he's gonna wait for it to be as high as he can with the waves to then fly over the boat. Wasn't quite working, but then we got hit with a bomb to get a little higher still. So
It looked like he was probably going to get over, and then the bomb just knocked him over anyway.
yeah,
It's like, all right, cool. We take it.
yeah
That's
this check.
Islet without bombs.
Yeah, this check cannot have bombs because it is bomb locked. So
And depending on what it is,
it's a master sword. Nice.
it could have given us some information. Master Sword
Yeah.
doesn't really tell us anything. Although at
No.
this point, there's not a lot that it could really have been to tell us about bombs. Because even Hookshot doesn't narrow things down very much at all. Anymore.
And there we go. Needle rock time.
Only a little bit of narrowing.
Bombs were already required since we found even an extra piece of cheese in Forsaken Fortress. So lots of reason to want bombs. Just they're very hard to find.
What if Hookshot is on bomb mail and then bombs are in Wind Temple?
Oh god. Yes, please.
The dress seed, after all. So the stories go.
Oh, I'm gonna change the time of day to get something in the mailbox.
You know, I'm really surprised that popping into the ghost ship and clearing that wasn't enough to make the letter show up. But I guess it
Yeah,
just
so-
must have been after.
Sometimes it's a little surprising. And a bomb bag for all the bombs we don't have.
Yeah, right. That just means they're on Needle Rock, right?
And there we go. Time to go inside. But before going inside, time to shoot a little way up. And missing
Got
the
scammed.
ice. Yeah.
Almost
No.
the double.
Yeah, there goes the double shot. Didn't quite work, but it's fine. The bird dropped some arrows, which can be useful for the inside if you mess up enough. From the standing position, you can hit all of them except one, so it can be quite nice.
You're not even going for the double torch shot, SMH.
That one is it's a little out of my scope. So I understand the spy on that one.
No, yeah, it's fair. I just think it looks cool if you can get it.
Yeah, it definitely is. So what's inside? It's another art container. But
Dang.
now it's 6. Healthy boys.
I think, is that 2 or 3 containers. I don't know if Spy's
it's-
fourth heart was a container or if it was the fourth piece that he got.
And I couldn't answer that. And there we go. Another art container.
Speaking of, yeah.
Piece of art. Bombs at the Big Pig?
Not
There is a
doing
chance.
diamond step.
Huh, interesting.
Kind of surprised.
I am too. Oh,
Just
big
'cause
big time.
I like to try to clear out as much overworld as possible before doing temples.
Yeah. Are we eating the pig or hurting the pig? Because I'm always afraid when we get there at night, especially when the runner rolls all the way to the pig before deciding to change the time of day or not. Okay, we're hurting the pig. Or not. Good. But that is
We're
not
command
the right
melodying
song.
the pig.
Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way.
Can you imagine? That might make it so much easier.
Ah, yes. I am now in control. I now feel what it is to be in control of a pig. Doesn't feel
See,
much
here's the
different
thing,
than my
though.
usual life. Oh, God.
You have to imagine that command melody is like, it's kind of like a Jedi mind trick, right? It's like, it only works on more simple-minded, and the big
pig
pig is
doesn't
like
work
the
on a
secret
pig.
final boss. Like, mind
What?
tricks don't work on me.
Only money.
He has to say whatever he says. Yeah. I'm
I've
glad
seen
you
that
knew.
movie a lot too much.
Only money.
What a character. Especially in episode
that's
2
Big
where
Pig, for
that's
sure.
a boomerang.
Nice, sweet banana.
The big pig is a Toydorian, you know. It's just something that happens.
Okay, so
Apparently.
does Spy do Earth Temple, or do we do Time Step early now, and that's why he didn't do it before?
Yeah, can't wait to see.
I
Honestly,
would hope. Okay, we turned the camera. Yeah, we can
yeah,
diamond.
turning the camera.
Okay. This
There
is
we
gonna
go.
end up being good for him to do.
But yeah, the
And then
boomerang.
I think that's the overworld.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
So hookshot and bombs are somewhere in a dungeon. I can't think of anything that we have not seen in the overworld at this point.
That's really interesting.
Including mail, including I guess the only thing it could be that's not gonna be in a dungeon, I guess would be Bido mail.
By
But
the
that's
way,
basically
it's kind
like
of
an
like the
honorary
Hero mail.
dungeon check.
And Archer mail, like it's pretty much dungeon extension at that point.
Yeah, it's a dungeon check. It's just in an awkward
Outside
spot.
of it.
Yeah, I can guarantee they're definitely somewhere. 100% on that one.
Yeah.
No bombs either, which is Oh wait, I guess we don't have the hook shot. Never mind. I'm like, we can't
Yeah,
do the
no
cool
hook shot.
clip strap, but no, we would never. That was never gonna happen.
The cool clip strat is so cute though, because it's one thing that you can show anyone that is just playing the game, and they will be able to go out of bounds and be like, "Oh, this is cool." That's how you get people hooked.
Oh, tell him to go down the little corner. Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Even easier than the skipping the Songstone and Wind Temple,
Yep.
if you can believe it.
Light arrows for
arrows.
Spytron.
Yeah,
Lining up in there.
that's gonna be such a big deal that he came here out of logic.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
Just
be
having
happy
them
about this.
for both of them be so big.
Oh, danger with the bombs and Iroh. I don't think that's possible since,
Yeah,
Forsaken
that's kind of
Fortress.
unlucky. You need to dodge the roll of Forsaken Fortress and Tower of the Gods.
Yep, that's a lot to dodge, honestly. And Spytron is gonna set up for that super swim that made Advo crash. If your photosensor, please look away.
It's gonna happen again.
Is it
I
gonna be
assume
that?
Spy's going to Headstone. Would be my
Yeah.
guess.
Wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Not a lot left in Overworld, like we said.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything.
I don't think there is, honestly.
It'd be a swim that would be worth timing. Just as like a random thought.
Yeah, and yeah, we're swimming towards headstone. Don't know if we're gonna have enough, but think so. Think we're fine. Not
Maybe
gonna
a
have
bit
a lot of
close.
air left, but
Okay, nice. Got
there
it.
we
Alright, screaming's
go.
over for anybody. We are on headstone. And we are in Earth Temple.
Yeah, our temple time.
And this is where we get to find out how cursed this seed is.
Yeah, can't
Especially
wait.
too, a lot of people don't like doing Earth Temple without bombs.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Um,
our temple with at least a hammer lets you open the pot at the beginning, and then but the
well,
one
yeah,
at the
a lot
end
of
is
people
always gonna be
the way
locked.
they route it is they route in like at least 2 instances of bomb drop storage.
Yeah.
Um, those
It,
are avoidable.
they are definitely avoidable. We used to do it pretty much every seed back in season 3, so
Well, you can even
before
still do all like the same storage spots. It's just the way you have to get storage can be a bit tougher.
different.
Yeah, and it's not something that everybody is as practiced on because it doesn't come up very often.
Oh, some nice open chest storage. My favorite.
Yeah, I can do some open chest storage and either some skull drop, or you can do storage from the top of one of the the crypts.
Yeah, there's a lot in there.
Yeah, and a lot of it is not very ideal.
Yeah, using that nice little backward hammer strat to open that pot here. Oh, I always love that one.
One that like, I don't know who first came up with that, but I feel like anytime I ask anybody, everybody's seen it. Like, they either saw DJ do it or they say they saw DJ do it. So I feel like it's DJ's strat. That might maybe DJ saw it from someone else, but I don't know. So
I know the
nice.
first person I saw it from was Gold Quiver, but you never know.
Freaking jebaited.
I've said it a lot in the past, but whenever we see a nice strat, it's not like your strat, it's our strat.
It's
So
true, yeah, and that is one of those that has become 100% part
it's
of the
definitely
collective.
our strat.
Yeah. But that's part of being in a community, right?
Yeah.
We share information.
We share informations and we
We
share
share
jokes.
information and we push the game together.
Push the boundaries of the game, and by boundaries, I know there's not a lot of Wind Waker. Pretty much the only thing you can't go through is floors. So.
Yeah.
Yet, yep. Ceiling is also.
I think most floors you wouldn't really want to go through.
Yeah, the lot of voiding out when you go through.
Exactly. And some of the floors that you would want to go through, like in Forbidden Woods, we have ways of getting kind of through them.
Unloading the rooms and
Or
all that.
around them.
Yeah.
So we have our methods when it matters.
What's funny about Forbidden Woods is that like even if when you don't want to unload the room, sometimes it will unload. We've seen that in the qualifiers for season 4 when one of our runners tried to go in a room and the room just didn't exist.
Like, that was like some freaking like TikTok clock warp up to the top nonsense.
Oh my god, we
Freaking
have
cosmic ray
Advo.
or whatever.
We have Advo.
Oh my gosh.
We now know where he is.
And thanks to Advo's on-screen tracker, does not look like we have bombs or hookshot there either.
Yeah.
Although
So
he may have
both of
some
our
stored
runners-
items right now.
Both of our runners very close to each other's. Same dungeon and everything.
Probably both having cleared Overworld as well.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be one of those where we start finding out things very soon, because like if Advil still doesn't have hookshot or bombs, they gotta be somewhere in a hurry, you know.
Yeah, ooh, nice, was that first try, I think, for Spy?
Yeah, I think it was.
If it wasn't first, it was second. It was very quick.
Very quickly done.
That was a nice skip there. Ben, that's nice. We'll get to actually see two perspectives.
Yeah, there we go. 2 runners instead of 1. Now it's a race.
It's like, in fairness, it was always a race, but now it feels like a race.
Yep. It used to be a race, but now it's official, you know? Okay, only 2 more shards for Advo, according to what we read right there.
With boss shards only, then.
Yeah, pretty much. No more free-range shards out there.
One thing that we don't know yet is if Advo did any left side of Earth Temple.
We don't know that yet. According to his personal tracker, he doesn't have the boomerang, so hasn't done Big Pig yet.
Oh, you're right.
Unless he didn't pick it up.
He may have reset it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. The Spy is going to go for the open chest storage here.
Oh, and we have confirmation in the chat. Sadly, Advo did not record the entire beginning, so we will have to see what to make of this after the race has concluded. So stay tuned. Spy with the casual open chest storage. Didn't even see it happening. That's how good he is at this obscure strat.
Yeah, he got it pretty quickly. It can be finicky as all heck.
It's a nightmare to get, honestly.
You have to get the drop, and then you have to push 2 buttons, like 1 frame apart, essentially.
Yeah. It's one of those strats where you kind of shuffle your hands around the controller because you're like, that's going to be fast.
Yeah, I use 2 fingers. I use 2 separate fingers on each button. Alright, looks like we're gonna commit to Skull Drop as well. For Spy.
Looks like Skull Drop.
It's where you kind of void out and you just pray that maybe you just randomly stored bombs. Yeah, something you can actually do is you can walk up the Songstone and actually get storage dropping off from one of those crypts. It's a pretty far drop, but Skull Drop is like also kind of nightmarish, so you're just picking your poison.
That's honestly.
Oh my
and
God,
the poison
what a
was done
freaking
really
pro.
fast.
Jeez.
All this
Chorus.
time, the only thing that has been keeping Spytron in the mortal realms, bombs, because he doesn't need those apparently.
Yeah, and we saw Advo had Medley here in the 3rd crypt, so I'm gonna guess that Advo just essentially did vanilla strats through Earth Temple, so this is some serious time save for Spy. Not like insane, but definitely not nothing.
I mean, we can use the power bracelets here, I think, to open the warp pot. Yeah,
Nice.
there we go.
Didn't get the void either. That's good.
Yeah, gotta be careful with that void because it can happen even when you think it's not gonna happen.
And depending on where the big key ends up being, that could additionally matter. Like if big key is in where the mirror shield normally is, and Spy does some left side clearing. I don't know if Advo has it or not. I think we only saw the map over there.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see our second runner back. But it is giving us more questions than answers right now. I don't know
We kind of have to
exactly
pick
what
up
he
the
said.
pieces of like what's happened. Like I said, I assume we've probably done pretty much all of the overworld on that side, and
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if they had very similar checks being done before entering their final not the final dungeon, but a second dungeon, I should say.
yeah. My guess is that the only difference between them is that Spy is doing Jahala now, and Advo's already got the basement done. I think everything else is equal. Oh, see, there's the big key.
Yeah, there we go. But a fun fact about that big key: if you ever need that big key to go complete the final Jahala, and it's the only check you have left, not a bad idea if you actually needed that key to open the second warp pod that we never opened, and then just warp back to Jahala.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Something that we don't see often, though.
But yeah, so if the only thing on the left side is the big key, and Spy ends up saving left side Earth Temple for later, that could be something that matters.
It could be, honestly.
because the only, so far all we've seen is just the big key, and Spy has obviously just skipped that, so.
I assume that there's a reason why Advo is going to be. So it probably has a maybe in there.
Probably still just hoping to find Hookshot.
Yeah.
Like, wanting to make sure Hookshot's not going to be here. And getting clipped by the lid. That's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, gonna have to kill the Redeads.
At least
Make
you have
them
light
into
arrows.
Re-Redeads, you know?
Yeah. Make them really deads.
Re-Redeads. Well, time to climb up the ladder.
Alright. French vanilla / vanilla hookshot? Question mark.
Oh god.
Tune in. Like right now. Also, speaking of, usually you like to have hookshot for this room. Makes skipping the fight a lot easier. You can just use leaf pumps, but it's
something.
yeah, pretty much.
It's an event.
It is
honestly.
definitely something. It's not like too crazy, but it can be kind of tight.
Yeah, it's
Nicely done. Yeah, it was...
you need some really good leaf bumps and a really good turn to make it.
Hookshot is not here, and neither are bombs.
Yeah. Ah, Wind
Damn.
Temple. What are
And
you?
that is
holding
nothing on
bombs?
left side. So if Spy decides to leave it for later, that could be very nice.
That
But
could be big for Spy.
from his perspective, it's hard to say if that's like a good play or not. I mean, he'll know that the big key and one small key are over there. So it's, 2 checks out of 4 that actually even have something. So skipping it's not, like a complete just gamble. But when you're missing bombs and you're missing hookshot, you're really, like, you don't want to miss out on one of those.
So apparently Advo is gonna do nice little door storage here to
Well, he didn't
do
do chest storage, and he didn't have bombs, so orange pot's not open.
Exactly.
So that's actually even a little bit more time that going for that open chest storage and skull drop storage will save Spy.
It's still a cool strat to see. I haven't seen that in forever.
The door storage.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice to have like backups on backups on backups of just ways of maneuvering around the dungeon. You can really save yourself a lot of time.
Yeah, since everything is open from his last time being there, doesn't need to stop anywhere. Just has to reach the boss.
Do you think Mail's gonna have anything?
Honestly, at this point, it feels like it kind of has to have something, but it could not. So.
I'm feeling like it's all gonna be Wind Temple. I think Bio's gonna be...
I'm saying that it's gonna be bait. Oh god.
Bido is gonna be... It's gonna be a spoil, and I'm just trying to decide what spoil. But if I say Bido Mail is gonna be the freaking green chew jelly, like the snot.
Why not,
That's
honestly?
That's gonna be my...
I could see it happen. If it's a spoil, I'm gonna say it's a golden feather. You stole them from Oskit, and that's why Oskit needs
more golden feathers.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in the bombs in the top of hub camp. I'm feeling it too. I still maintain that one day I hope to do like an all sanity or just something where it's not race mode dungeons, and then Godon gives me the green chew jelly. That's like the dream. I'll die happy when that happens.
Usually with spoils, when he gives them to you, they go really far in the room too. So
they
it's pretty
do,
impressive.
yeah. He freaking launches them as well, so it's even funnier. I want him to sneeze out the freaking the green droplet.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. If it's the red droplet though, you gotta find like a doctor for Golden, which is a little weird because he's a statue and stuff.
Look, sometimes got that high blood pressure. I don't know. Something.
So something
like a robot.
Old-timey doctors.
Alright, so what does Spy decide to do here? Are we gonna check the left side, or are we leaving it for later?
Looks like we're checking the left side.
Yeah, and that's fair.
It really is. I mean, at this point, you're kind of expecting it to have something, if it makes any sense.
Yeah, and you really don't want to leave Hookshot behind, you know?
And honestly, wouldn't it have been too bad if we had already opened the inter-dungeon warp bots? That's a
Yeah, the Interdungeon Warp Pot would be the biggest
it's your friend when you want to
part.
gamble.
Yeah, exactly. You could that would be the one thing that would make it not like completely ridiculous. That plus you should know there's 2 dungeon items.
Yeah.
So you're going out of your way to check only 2 things. But it's randomizer. It's just as likely to be over here basically as anywhere else, so.
Yeah, and Advo now outside. Gonna go to Forest Haven, check Bledder from Bido.
Interesting that we're not doing Windfall. Makes me wonder if he's got more to do.
Yeah, that's
I know this
what
is a fast mailbox, but that's also a fast mailbox, and it's near Wind Temple.
I'd like to mention that he said no the first time to the letter.
I've done that so much.
Yeah. Oh, Joy Pendant, we were both wrong.
Joy Pendant. It was a spoil, though.
It was a spoil.
It was a spoil.
We saw it coming, but not the right one.
It was nothing. Wind Temple, here we come. Show it. Come on. Give it to us. Top of hub bombs. Vanilla hookshot? Question mark? Could be.
There's a good reason. It could be. It could be.
Nah, I feel like it's gonna be like the first check will be hookshot. Like lol. This is what you wanted, right?
What
Here
you
it
were
is.
looking for, right?
Yeah. See, you were trying to cross the border.
If it's more spoils, it's gonna be even funnier.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen vanilla hookshot.
I think I've seen it once.
It's one of the like there are a couple items that are more likely to be in their vanilla location. Hookshot is not one of them. Mirror Shield even less so. I've never played a seed, and I've never even like heard of a seed that had vanilla Mirror Shield.
I have yet to see one, and I've been there for a while.
Just because of how the key logic works, it's basically impossible.
It's really rare.
It's super, super, super unlikely.
Spy not falling down here. Gonna use the
Has the
boomerang.
boomerang though? I didn't even think about the fact that Anvo didn't have the boomerang or the hook shot.
Yeah,
So he like got knocked down, but that might have been what he had to do anyways.
Yeah, he kind of had to. The rank was on Big, so we're assuming that Advo's saves come out of it. So
Yeah, instead of watching the short item pickup cutscene. Technically, you know, save yourself a bit of time, but perhaps having the boomerang. Like, I think in this exact instance, had Advo, you know, not dropped down, would have realized that he had to jump down there anyways, and that amount of time of climbing back out would have been worth just picking it up from the big pig.
yeah, Spytron trying to get this little trick, showing us that it's a little harder than it looks. I think you need to grab the middle that is gonna turn into stairs.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Here we go. That's still pretty quick. I
well,
completely
very
missed
well
what the
done.
first chest was, but it was not the instant hook shot, so. Oh, Advo.
Advo falling
Wait,
down.
Did we mean to do that, or is that organic routing?
I think it's organic routing.
I think it's also organic routing, but hey, it happens, you know?
It's okay. The Stalfos or ourselves is gonna be able to open the warp pods. It's gonna be nice for later.
It's kind of like if you like trip and then you like look around. Nobody saw that, right?
Yeah,
Still good? Still cool?
all according to plan.
Exactly. Yeah, I meant to be down here. What?
What was
I
the
know.
plan again?
Yeah.
Then you look at this plan. It's just like a note where it's scribbled on. It's just scribbled down. Don't die. Ah, okay. Good.
Some good general advice for Wind Waker Rando.
Yeah. Usually the organic death warps are not very good, as I like to call them.
That's true. Yeah, nobody wants an organic death warp.
And Spytron on Windfall gonna check Baito mail. Baito, so happy that we never really did the 25 letters at this mini game.
I feel like that number should be randomized just for fun.
Could be amazing if it was randomized, and it could be like really big numbers. Like
It could be
Baito's
like really huge or like tiny. Like, wow, man, I can't believe you got 2 letters sorted. You're crazy.
I can't believe you got 625,000 letters in 30 seconds. Like, seriously, how?
I'm pretty sure you're a robot. I've contacted the authorities. You might just be the Terminator.
Oh, God. The Terminator, you know.
There you go. Yeah, the Terminator.
Oh, God.
Sarah Connor has been informed.
Yeah, she's been informed by mail because you sorted too much of it.
Exactly.
Try to solve this captcha? No, I will never.
Yeah, is that what the Terminator letter does instead of the Terminator? It's like just spam mailing instead.
One thing I really like about like there's different types of captcha now.
Yep,
Oh
there
my
it
God,
is.
but like you have the ones where they tell you like, pick all the squares that are traffic lights, and there's like a little bit of traffic light in one of the squares, and you're like, is that traffic light or not? Oh God. And then
I'm
you
pretty
get it
sure I'm not a
wrong.
robot, but I might be.
Might be, yeah.
Yeah, not the worst place the hookshot could have been in Wind Temple, but the fact that it's in Wind Temple at all is like, ugh.
Yeah.
And now, because we skipped the bomb requirement for Forsaken Fortress, we might not get them. Not hard required this seed.
Honestly,
Once we find this last sword, we're go mode, baby.
yeah, aren't required logically, but logic has never stopped our runners before.
Yeah, it's the reason they had light arrows before they got in here.
Oh, opening chest and sink and getting dungeon items.
Let's go.
Yeah, we already have the small key, so we're really just looking for that sword. If we find a big key on the way too, always nice. Makes it even easier to get down.
Yeah, definitely won't say no to it, that's for sure.
Yeah. Doesn't really make it easier, just makes it a little safer. Like, it feels so much safer to be able to climb back up in the last room before.
Yeah, definitely. And not having to deal with, like, getting over that little trench with chest storage.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you can get out of it, but you don't want to have to do that.
Hey, here's the bombs.
Oh, it's not the top of hub. Gosh dang. But
Hear
it
me
is
out.
here.
What if we have a sword on bomb mail?
Oh, that would be super annoying.
Oh, I see Ice Cold is also with me on that one. Nice.
That would definitely be something, that's for sure.
That would be the more annoying one for our runners by
Yeah.
far.
Fans of Wind Temple have their fingers crossed for that.
Why can't we have like a mailbox inside of Wind Temple to check it real quick? That would be nice.
The nice thing about getting those bombs there, though, is people usually use bombs for Spike Room to speed things up just a bit, so that'll be kind of nice. If I was taking care of some other checks, perhaps before going upstairs. Gonna worry about that later.
I can't wait for the year 2030 or something where they're gonna randomize on which island there's mailboxes and seats.
Oh my gosh. Even their location, like, on the island. It's like, yeah, it's still on Windfall. It's just,
It's
you
just
know,
somewhere.
it's behind the bomb shop this time.
You find
Good
it
luck.
where you find it in the little cove where King of Red Lions was hiding at the beginning of the game. Like, okay, there. Oh god.
On one of the windmill platforms, just moving around in a circle. Gotta get on the right one.
It's on the mast of the pirate ship, just
Yeah.
waiting for
Yeah,
you.
you know, maybe I'm gonna go check the mail at a different location.
Shot for Spytron.
Because that really is just such an annoying spot.
The
And
mailbox.
that doesn't necessarily confirm, like, I don't think that's not logical light arrows in any specific location.
No, I think you had many ways of getting light arrows.
Yeah.
The only
Was-
bow that couldn't be the first bow was the
Was a
I think
cyclist bow.
yeah, it was Cyclos.
Yeah. Because Wind Temple, like that check has actually been open for a little while.
Yeah, it's been
But it's
been a
just
bit.
also 100%
It's not something you'd
understand and would be right there with them of not checking Wind Temple until like now.
go for. Yeah, it could have been really early, but at the same time, it's the kind of check that I don't think anyone here would do. So
Exactly. Yeah, you're like, I'm just gonna pop into Wind Temple and do part of it.
hey, great opening in sync, but not the same one. Hey,
And
here's the
there
sword.
it is.
And there goes my plan. That's
And
good for
there
the runners.
goes Advo's mode.
And we'll go mode.
Advo go mode.
Newly count Advo, according to Twitch. So, you bought the title, maybe.
It's a promotion.
Yeah, good
Okay.
promotion. Ooh, we all fell down there.
That would have been tragic. When you go so long without bombs, finally being able to do bomb push storage is like, oh, it's so good.
At this
It's like
point,
if you go a long time without a sword and then you finally find a sword, it just it feels so righteous. Like,
not
yes.
gonna lie though, at this point, I would have forgot my bombs and went for the spring drop storage.
The spring drop storage, that's fair.
Yeah, I would have forgot about it.
Because like you enter the dungeon and you're like, you know, as soon as you find the hook shot, you're like, okay, well, all I need to do is find sword, and then I'll just like spring drop storage or something for go mode, and then you just happen to find bombs the next, but you've already planted the seed in your mind.
Yeah, and also Advo, making a long enough flight to outweigh the fans that was going on. That's a little scary.
Yeah, it's always a bit sketch.
There we go. Just gonna hit the switch at the top so you can go through the room. No need to kill the enemies when you're in go mode.
This is true.
And we're gonna use that little chest storage to start doing mountain goat stuff, as usual.
This is really important for Advo to get this right here.
Yeah. Because Spytron is really not far behind.
Yeah. Definitely right on his heels. Ooh, or, well, okay, Spy might be checking a couple extra things on Advo by not doing the upstairs one first.
And
only
opening that
checking
chest.
the middle of the HUD room.
Opening that chest, which is the one that most people like to use for storage. Thankfully, there's other options.
Yeah. That one is definitely the nicest.
Yeah, it is.
Although, no, the sword was in the 7 Armos room, so
There's
Spike
another one
actually-
on the top of. Yeah.
yeah, you could do the top of hub.
If he checks
That should
the
be
one
fine.
outside first, by organic routing, though, that is gonna push us to the crack floor room. So
Yeah. Mm,
okay,
not sure what Spy's thinking right now. Gambling the basement?
might be. And yeah, it is time to catch jam in your hearts right now. So
Looks like we might be gambling the tall basement. Slash Master Sword Chamber.
we're going.
And that's definitely gonna be putting Spytron back quite a ways.
Yep, but it is a little sad for Spytron since we know where the sword is.
Yeah, and knowing that he was like really not too far behind.
Yep. And Mulgera, nice
a rando
snipe
B.
by Advo. Trying for the second snipe there.
Not quite getting it, but
That second one is legendary because lots of people assume it's not really a thing because we all go for it. It almost never happens, but it very much is a thing.
yeah, I find it almost is easier if Mulgara comes at you from way higher up and is a lot more suspended in the air, because otherwise this sand usually gets in your way.
Yeah.
But it's true, it's kind of like a crapshoot and just feels like luck when it works.
If I didn't see it like 4 times from different runners, I would not believe it. And Advo
Yeah, I remember
about
when
to
I
get
first
that
kind of
final
like
shard.
was doing stuff in the community, people talked about it all the time, and I'm like, I've never seen it. Like, I want to believe, but I've also never seen. And now I have seen, and it is true.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
Spytron trying to get bomb drop storage from this chest.
Well, depending on what this is, we might actually be able to guess or figure out what it was, if it's money or like a heart piece or something.
Oh, interesting.
We'll see, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
We might get to learn what that was.
There's a maybe in there.
Exactly, yeah. Because Advo
And
definitely skipped it.
Yeah, and Advo now back in Overworld, about to enter his boat for the final bit of traveling to Hyrule. Spytron setting up for that little sword slash here. Makes the whole trick a little safer.
I'm wondering if Spyle gamble Master Sword Chamber. I feel like once you do this, you kind of just go the whole way, right?
I could see him go for an island with a mailbox first, since he does have that bomb mail waiting in the back.
Oh, that's true. Bomb mail as well, yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go out of the dungeon, which is a little sad considering what we know.
Yeah. And at this point too, like Advo's high rolls are so solid.
Yeah.
I think it's not looking so good. It's not looking so hot for Spy.
And I'm not saying that Hadvo is a really good player. He might be the guy that he's the only person that beat me in this tournament technically. 3 times. It was amazing.
See, so if Advo takes it, then you can just be like, ugh, unlucky seeding. What the heck?
I won't do that. I would
Should have been second place. Come on. Unlucky.
I'm more gonna be like, oh god, he really was that good. Mulgara storage. Oh,
It's true. We didn't see that. I'm getting the jam out.
yeah, time to jam out, and we're gonna jam it a little less long than usual because if everything goes well, Spy will be going out to the dungeon a little faster. Meanwhile, Advo rolling to Gen's tower. Are we gonna take a pause to look at the Dark Nut that just likes to fall down in the void? Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I love doing that pause.
The maybe, but no. Unlucky.
Yep. I know he fell down in my heart, so it's all good.
Sometimes he doesn't.
And sometimes he doesn't, and usually
He just
I pop
usually
off
does. You kind of pop off for him. Let's go Dark Nut. Pressing the inner demons.
Yeah. One time I fell in the void too, and was like, I am now a brother of the Dark Nut.
I know the pain. Yeah, you
not
think,
part
you
of
think
his
when the
brother,
Dark
but-
Nut dabs off the edge, he spawns back at the Hyrule Castle?
Yeah.
Probably.
And-
We just never see it happen, you know?
And it's the first time we see Phantom get in on Advo's side today.
It's true. He probably fought him earlier, but we don't know.
Probably. We
There's
can't know
a
for
really
sure.
good chance that it happened. Almost a guarantee. But we'll never know.
I have a feeling that it happened.
I definitely have a strong feeling, strong suspicion. Not a lot of health left on Spy, but enough to survive the storage.
Yeah, all is good. I'll just gonna make our way to the shard during the cutscene. And now you say warp out. as Nintendo intended, you know?
Yeah, I think that's right, yeah.
Yeah, looks right. I mean, that's definitely where we got shards in the vanilla game. And there we go. We enter Puppet Ganon for Advo. Missing the first shot. There we go. Second shot landed. Hey, 2 out of 3 now.
Didn't you already say second shot landed? I was like, wait a second, are you sure? I just saw it. Am I behind? Are you ahead?
There we
There
go.
we go. That's pretty slick. And you're right, Spot is checking bomb mail.
Sadly, we know that bomb mail not really gonna be the thing that puts him in go mode.
Yo, 200 rupees, a full
Oh,
wallet.
wallet!
Oh my god. If they were racing for a full wallet, Spytron would have won.
Yeah.
It's also looking like Advo. I just thought about this now. Advo definitely voided some, if not all, of Trevor. With that 397 rupees.
Maybe he got it so quick that it just got deleted. Also, that was a nice double grip.
Yeah, that was solid. Telling you, Advo's got that Hyrule on lock. Was it a quick spin? It was, okay.
It barely was a quick spin, but it was.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to know, but like if PG gets stunned for that long, that's how you know.
Yeah.
It looks like a sword slash. Technically, it's a quick spin, even though it got interrupted almost instantly.
It's the quickest of spins. You don't even see it. It's faster than light.
Speaking of light,
Yeah,
Spies will
arrows.
use the light arrows to kill both the Dark Nuts and Master Sword Chamber quickly.
Meanwhile, Advo just climbing the rope, exactly like a
piece.
human would.
Ooh, it's red like a
Oh,
heart piece.
Just 20 rupees, too. Not a lot of them.
That's like that sinking feeling. Because you know you go
Yeah.
for a big gamble and it just did not pay off. You're like, well, shoot.
It definitely is a shoot moment.
Not what you're hoping to find.
Advo going for the grapple skip. Everything went well. Are we getting the power slide? We're buffering it. There we
I
go.
opened the blue orb. Okay, yeah, he did. I don't remember if he did or not. I don't think Spy saved after the Triforce cutscene because he saved in the dungeon still, so we'll see that again. Which is always like, oh.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Triforce cutscene.
Dang, and straight to the Armos as well, so straight to the sword. Immediately after all
He's
the
gonna
all the
be-
extra shenanigans.
He's probably gonna be a little sad.
Hey, at least we got to skip the spike room. And the mini boss, there's some upside.
And that chest is just
Freaking
chilling.
Ganon is just getting evaporated on Advo's side.
Yeah, this is going fast. Only the
Yeah, I kind of
decoration
focus on
phase
Spy
left.
for a tiny bit, and then Ganon is dead. That's
Yeah.
GG for Advocate.
JJ's for Advo. With an official time of 152.08. Advo finishes.
Yeah, a pretty
Then your
solid time
GGs.
for what that seed was.
This seed was.
Earth
it
Temple
was
without
something.
bombs and hook shot in like halfway into Wind Temple. Not what you like to
Right.
see.
I have to instantly say something about this result. So we're currently talking, since Advo is not able to have any proof of 30 minutes of gameplay. This makes this quite problematic. And we're currently talking about either giving this win to Spy or we playing game 4. This is obviously not the perfect solution, and obviously I was hoping for Spy to just win.
That would have been things easier.
Yeah.
True.
All right, so waiting for confirmation.
Yeah, we're talking to the runners right now. But both of them, at least from what we saw, showing pretty good game. Both of them in the zone. Spytron with a low gamble at the end that didn't really pay off, but
Yeah, it's kind of like, we didn't get to see a lot of what Advo did, but because they kind of synced up in Earth Temple, you have to assume, like, they were probably doing similar stuff, and then Advo just sort of ended up ahead.
Yeah.
Based on just like that overworld up to that point, but then Spy's route through Earth Temple definitely clawed back some time for sure.
It definitely did. That's open chest storage and skull drop storage going so fast was inspired, honestly.
Yeah, that was really, really solid. I mean, it's what you hope to see. It was, it was confident, right? That was what you'd expect out of a grand finals match. I was like, well, I don't have bombs, who cares? Skull drop storage, whatever.
Yeah, skull drop storage. And then what I love about all of this is when we got the bombs, bomb drop storage took longer than skull drop storage did.
You're right, yeah.
It was impressive.
The skull drop
honestly.
storage was first, like,
oh yeah,
it was
just
like
got it on the
second
chest.
Wind Waker pull and first like set down of the skull, and the skull gets pushed off the chest really quickly, like really easily. So
Yeah. But yeah, we had quite the show. We saw a lot of Spytron today. A little less of Advo, but
it's a little bit less. Yeah, it's just
it was still pretty impressive. We saw a few things that we were a little confused about, but at the same time, it was an experience, and I'm glad I got to live through it with you guys.
yeah. I think the coolest thing is even just like seeing strats that came up partway through season 4 being implemented. Just because, just like sort of showing like our progress on it. Obviously
Yeah.
we've sort of figured out like the meta clear and like just what things make sense to do when with certain items. You start to figure out the bits of time save here and there, which is great.
It's honestly, it's been great to see how much we learn about those settings. Can't wait to see what the next season settings are gonna be. So to then learn the new strats again.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see something of like maybe a bit of a hybrid between what we have now and what we had for season 3, for example.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to see the short side quest make a big comeback. Honestly.
Yeah, it'd be cool to like really push that harder. I feel like season 4 has been pushed really hard.
Yeah.
All right, we have come to a decision.
Oh.
So the decision is that this current race is just getting wiped. We're just not counting the result, and we're doing another game 4 today, and then we're gonna do a game 5 at a later date.
Look at that.
The reason why we do this is for 2 reasons. First, you all get to see more Randomizer.
Yeah.
That's great. And second, since Spy never finished and Adwo is not able to show 30 minutes of the run because their internet died, this is the first solution because there actually wasn't a provable winner to this race.
Feel like a fair solution to me, and I'm definitely on the side of the crowd right there. With the idea of getting an extra race between those, feels great.
Yeah, we don't want to see season 4 end just yet, right? Gotta get some more.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
yeah. I'm always down.
Yeah.
Great.
It's kind of like rules
So,
are rules, so that's how it be.
so we're gonna get it set up as soon as possible. Let me actually check if we need new trackers. I'm not sure what's up with our trackers. Guapo and Tanja, do you still have time to stay with us, or is that an issue?
And I think before even talking about the next one, we should thank our volunteers for today. We had incredible trackers, Danjo Tree and DJ Guapo. Thank you both for tracking. And also, thank you. Go follow our runners. They did a pretty amazing job. Count Advocate and Spytron 1000. You can also go follow my co-commentator Claire. Thank you, Claire. That was really fun.
It's always a pleasure to come with you, Mont.
Ah, God, we said some dumb shit, and I love it.
Always.
Can't wait to see what happens in this now future game 4 again. It's pretty much it's gonna be the Groundhog Day of Wind Waker Randomizer.
Right, like, just pretend to just relive it again. Imagine, like, do you think we'll get the same dungeons for the next seed? And
If we get the same
really lean
dungeons,
hard into that?
if we get the same dungeons, that we're gonna have to get like Bill Murray on commentary. That's gonna be amazing.
That would just be amazing for other reasons,
Yeah.
although I have to imagine Bill Murray might not quite understand what's going on. That may
Ah,
be, like, a bit of a long call on my part, a bit
did that guy just
controversial.
go through the walls? Kind of
I don't
moment.
know, Bill Murray could be a secret Wind Waker Rando fan.
All right,
Maybe.
so
Oh,
so here's what we're gonna do. So I just created a new room, and just gave the runners the seed. But since we are on a 10-minute delay, it's obviously gonna be a bit, like maybe a 15-minute break. So I suggest we just talk a little longer about the stuff that we just had, and then we go into a 10-minute break. Then we're gonna be back right before the start race.
yeah. Yeah, we had a pretty amazing race today. Like the hook shots and the bounce being this deep, just it was impressive.
Yeah, it's an early leaf, though. It's kind of like that half and half.
Yeah, it was. Like we had both good and bad things. And was one of those seeds I like to call when people talk about baby seeds, I like to remind people babies kind of prone to just start vomiting at some point. And that seed was pretty much an example of that. Started really good and then oh, here's the bad part.
Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, so now both of them are gonna have, like, really warmed up, like, their movement and such. So,
It,
I know, like, Advo I mean, we didn't see a ton from Advo, but, like, Advo's having some trouble early on with, like, roll clips a little bit, so I
yeah.
imagine those will be tightened up. Spy was having some trouble with, like, the leaf pumps, like, those will probably be a bit tightened up now too, so,
Yeah, and
um
they got bombs at the end, so bomb drop storage was warmed up too.
yeah, the only thing is we're talking about, 4 hours essentially of solid rando play, trying as hard as you can, and that
that,
there's that
that
mental exhaustion that could potentially happen.
I also
Thankfully,
don't
Wind
know.
Waker's not the highest APM game.
I also don't know about R2 runners, but personally, when I do 2 seeds in a row, I start mixing up the two.
Yes, same, 100%. I'll be like, "Oh, yes, I got the bow and diamond stuff." Wait, no, I didn't. I haven't even been to diamond stuff yet.
Wait, didn't I have the hook shots already? Oh, that was
Yeah,
before.
exactly, exactly. But yeah, so if you're here, stay tuned. Race is coming up next. If you just came in, we finished essentially round 1 of game 4. We're doing the
the, the,
reset
the,
on game 4 because of
the game 4
some
that never was.
issues. Yeah, it was
the
there
game
for entertainment.
game 3.5 pretty much.
Yeah, kind of the practice warm up game. So yeah, stay tuned, stick around. Gonna have more Wind Waker. It's gonna be fun.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, just imagine the whole thing.
See you soon, everybody.
Yep.